Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Zachary Reality here, TV host, Bachelor content creator, redhead, you know all of the things. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button and ringing the bell so you never miss out on any future videos. Today we are going to be talking about Tayshia Adams leaving Bachelor Nation and all that has happened with the fallout of that, my feud with Tia. Let's kind of get into it because it was revealed today on the Clickbait Nation podcast by Joe, Tia, and Natasha that Tayshia Adams is leaving the Bachelor Nation podcast. So that means she's leaving Clickbait as well as Bachelor Happy Hour. The other Bachelor podcast is Talking It Out with Brian and Mike. She was never on that one, so she can't leave that one. And this also pretty much confirms that she's leaving the Bachelor as a whole, like the whole entire nation, or she's walking away. It's a mutual decision. We really don't know exactly why she's leaving, if they fired her, if they didn't fire her, but we're going to get into it and talk a little bit about some theories. So Tayshia originally started off hosting at Clickbait Nation with Hannah Ann and Grocery Store Joe. She was doing that for a while. I'm not exactly sure how long, but it didn't really get popular, I feel, until Natasha joined when Hannah Ann left. And then like Bachelor in Paradise happened, and then like they put Joe and Natasha in Paradise. And then I feel like the show really got popular and we remembered. But Tayshia was also hosting The Bachelorette with Caitlin Bristow. She hosted Katie Thurston's season as well as Michelle Young's season. And Tayshia has always been the queen of Bachelor Nation, at least in 2021. I mean, there's no denying she had a hell of a year from start to finish, rising to fame, becoming the host, and of course her breakup and fallout with Zach Clark. And that's where everything started with her strain in Bachelor Nation and probably why she ended up separating, or they ended up separating themselves from her. Once her and Zach broke up, which we believe they broke up around, I think it was October or November. I also have a video on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out about the breakup and the timeline and everything. But once they broke up, Tayshia remained silent, and you know, her rep confirmed to like E and people that her and Zach were done, but she remained silent until the Men Tell All during Michelle's season. And that's where the producers pretty much forced her to talk about her breakup on camera so that they could get the exclusive on their network, on their show, so that Tayshia didn't talk about it anywhere else. And when that happened, we all saw what went down. Tayshia said she was heartbroken, devastated, she still loved him. And yeah, I mean, she really, you know, probably did not want to talk about it there at Michelle's Men Tell All, like where that is the most awkward place to talk about it. But I also understand why they wanted her to talk about it there as well, because, you know, they want the exclusive, like I mentioned. A couple weeks later, it's after the final rose, and Tayshia is nowhere to be seen. She says that, you know, she possibly could have been exposed, and, you know, it's just safer that she doesn't go to the after the final rose. And, you know, sure, fine. Well, a couple days after that, she was seen traveling to Orange County to spend time with her family for the holidays. So that's when we kind of knew that something was up. First of all, Caitlin Bristow is more than capable of hosting after the final rose by herself, and she did an amazing job doing it. They never really needed to host. I understand why they wanted it, because it puts like less pressure on the singular host, but they never needed two of them to begin with. It was always kind of awkward when they would go into rose ceremonies. So Caitlin killed it, but it was also just kind of like convenient that she was traveling later and that she, you know, wasn't at after the final rose. For what reason? Like, come on. So I kind of think she didn't show up for two reasons. One, I think the franchise low-key might be trying to push her out, or have pushed her out, because she's no longer in a happy Bachelor relationship. She no longer is an example of the show, of what they're looking for, you know, when they are looking for happy couples that fall in love on the show. You know, Caitlin Bristow's with Jason. I know they didn't meet on a season, but you can still consider them a happy Bachelor Nation couple. And also, I feel like because Tayshia is so fabulous and they didn't want to take Michelle's night away from her, they probably told her to sit this one out so that she wouldn't take away from Michelle's night, because at that point there was still so much attention around Tayshia that like it was supposed to be about Michelle and Nate and their engagement. So that's another reason why I think they had her pass. And I don't think it was a last minute COVID thing when they're preparing, you know, the scripts, and the production crew was preparing for After the Final Rose for a couple of weeks. So I don't think it was a coincidence, but that was just the beginning of the end for Tayshia, as she is distancing herself from Bachelor Nation. And we didn't really know what was up until until after the holidays when Bachelor Happy Hour came back, and we thought we would see Tayshia and Becca there because they've been coasting that for the past couple of months. They moved Tayshia from Clickbait to Bachelor Happy Hour, which I think was a smart move. I think that, you know, they wanted to add Tia. But I also think that they wanted to have the two bachelorettes together on a podcast to kind of recap a bachelorette season. So I feel like that's why they moved her there. Not mad at it. Love that. Love this for them. But when Serena P started hosting, it was just like, where's Tayshia? Is no one going to mention Tayshia? And for the past 2 or 3 weeks, Serena P has been hosting with Becca, and then Tia has been on Clickbait. So it's like Tayshia has been nowhere to be found until today or tomorrow or yesterday. I don't know when I'm posting this. Until the other day when it was revealed that Tayshia is leaving the franchise and no longer working for Bachelor Nation. So now the big question is, did the producers shut her out because she's no longer with Zach? Or did Tayshia decide to walk away from the franchise because A, she's booked and busy and she's a celebrity, or B, because the franchise did her dirty by making her talk about it and she doesn't want to deal with that toxicity, or C, maybe it's just a trigger for her to be a part of Bachelor Nation after the heavy year that she had. Either way, Tayshia is leaving the franchise, which means that she will not be back to host The Bachelorette. I don't think that Caitlyn will be back either. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it if Caitlyn did it by herself, but I have a feeling that they're gonna have Jesse Palmer host the next Bachelorette season, and then Wells host Paradise, and then they'll bring Jesse Palmer back. Because I remember, you know, the articles and everyone was saying that, or the production, whatever, was saying that Jesse Palmer, they were looking for a permanent host. They don't want to be changing hosts each season. So I feel like, you know, Jesse Palmer is going to become the staple host of the show. And I feel like Tayshia and Caitlyn are just going to be goodbye. I don't even think Tayshia wants to come back to host the show anyway. She's going to do fine on her own, just like Rachel Lindsay is doing since she left the Bachelor Nation podcast. And Rachel Lindsay is killing it. And we love Rachel Lindsay. Side note, I did just order her book. I think it's called Miss Me With That or something like that. I'll put the picture right here, but I cannot wait to be reading that, and we will be doing a Rachel Lindsay book breakdown in the next coming weeks when I get the book on January 25th and read it. Not sure how long it will take, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of TikTok updates throughout the book. Super excited about that. The other theory is that Tayshia could be becoming the next Bachelorette, the Bachelorette 2.0. I mean, wouldn't we all love to see it, considering she didn't get her own season? You know, she had to crash Claire's and the guys were already there and it was all awkward. I mean, I would love to see Tayshia get a 2.0, but I don't think she wants to do that. I think she's moving on with her life, separating herself from Bachelor Nation. It was a lot of scrutiny for her. I couldn't imagine being in her position with every eye watching her at all times. I mean, Tayshia couldn't even blink without it being an article or a news story or something for like a few months of her life. It was like constant. So I'm happy that Tayshia is getting that break. I think she's gonna do fine by herself, and I hope that she's able to kind of make content again and like be more like public without like all these eyes on her scrutinizing her every move. So you guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think about Tayshia leaving the Bachelor Happy Hour podcast in the comments. But let's move on to the Tia of it all, because maybe some of you noticed I had a little social media feud with Tia. Maybe it was all me, maybe it was her. I mean, she did comment, but let's kind of break down this feud because it ended up being really, really funny. But in the moment, I was just like, oh my God, what? So I made my TikTok video, you know, delivering the news and giving my opinion about why Tayshia has left the franchise. I feel like in that TikTok video, I was showing both sides. I was showing both sides as I just explained to you guys in this YouTube video. Tia took it upon herself to comment on one of the Bachelor Nation Scoop, I believe, or Bachelor Nation Unite's Instagram, saying this person is not affiliated with the show, therefore he has no idea. And she was talking about me without actually mentioning my name. I was so, first of all, when I first saw that, or I was getting like a bunch of screenshots about it, my heart dropped because I was like, oh my God, Tia just came for me? Like, it's the worst feeling when someone comes for you on social media. Like, it gives you that like heart attack, let alone being it someone from the actual franchise. Then I was able to kind of like process it, calm down, and then I made my video clap back, which I will play right here. I did say what I felt, and I did a follow-up video, which is on my TikTok right now, and it is is what it is. And you're right, Tia, I don't work for Bachelor Nation, but I do make a lot of money talking about the show, babe. Either way, I think Tia has a really good sense of humor, as I mentioned, because she was able to take everything as a joke. And I felt like when she first said that, like I could just picture her being like, this kid, I can't stand him. But now I just feel like she is kind of a sweetheart because I really love that she can take a joke. So me and Tia are all good now. I totally kind of like played that up, and like obviously I was going through the motions, but it also is like it was never that serious. I have to kind of make content, and everyone loves drama and a scandal, even though it like wasn't that serious. But like, hey, it kept me entertained for the day, and it kept you guys entertained for the day. And another point I wanted to make, and I was kind of talking about this in my TikToks, is that the producers really do set up these Bachelor Nation podcast hosts in the best way possible. They have Grocery Store Joe giving him the best edit, the Godfather edit. Natasha, obviously she was screwed over by Brendan, but they totally hyped it up so we can do the justice for Natasha, you know, that whole thing. And we love Natasha, and no shade towards Natasha, but like the producers really want to put these podcast hosts in the best possible light. Why do you think Becca randomly came back to Paradise? Because she's a host on the show, and she hosts Bachelor live on stage, which I'm going to be going to. So Becca, I will see you there if you are listening. And I really do like a lot of these people. Like I'm just kind of sharing my opinions on the franchise and commenting on things, and it really is all just for fun, and everything is sarcasm at the end of the day, and it's never made to like be taken so seriously. I'm sending all of my love to you guys listening who watch my videos, support my content, subscribe to my content, and to everyone who puts themselves on national TV so that we can comment on it. Because at the end of the day, these comments, like obviously like if you're on TV, you get more used to it or very used to it with time. But for me as an up and coming content creator, like it is a lot to digest sometimes, and I am just doing the best I can, and I am not perfect, but I really do, you know, just have so much fun with what I'm doing talking about The Bachelor, and I'm very passionate about it, and I'm a genuine, authentic person who truly wants the best for everyone, even like the haters. Like I really just want positivity and love, and I just love to gossip and spill tea, and that's never meant to be negative, so don't take that the wrong way. Now, only a few of you. I mean, like I get like 200 comments, and I'm sure only like 2 or 3 are negative, but like honestly, like calm down. So that's kind of all I have to say on that. Let me know what you guys think of Tayshia and her leaving the show, or the show, you know, firing her, and the Tia and my thing with her back and forth. So leave those comments down below, ring the bell so you never miss out, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next YouTube video. Bye.